It's all been about Trump scoring, really. 58, 96, 78.
Over 50. Most of them higher than that. 80s, 90s, 70s. Could just accept that he could be going out, and it's unlikely.
Well, he's done that before. He's done it this season in the home nations, winning for him. But what a talent he is. What a tournament he's had. And what a pot that is to get things underway.
Got to try and make the most of this.
I think on a couple of occasions, Wang and Thepchaiya for the third time trying to...
From black, it could have cost him, and it has.
Thepchaiya and Nooh, 14.
And if he could run away with...
Final interval 3-1, that gives him some sort of chance. It would still be a tall order even from there.
Got thrown in.
The week in this final, we mentioned the string of big breaks. Final frame deciders. Things could have got ugly against John Higgins yesterday after he led 5-2. Higgins forcing the... And that's a great pot.
Poor shot, Trump. And Thepchaiya.
Foul. And miss.
Well, if he played for that red... Yeah, good shot. Yeah, good shot again.
It's a big if, though, particularly with Eric.
Two left-handers, these. Difference is Trump
between himself and the current world number 2, Mark Williams, who of course won this title 12 months in brilliant style and
quite on the spot last time round.
25.
Yeah, he could get to it.
$41.
5 of them in this tournament, a healthy tally, but interesting in his 6-5 loss to Thepchaiya from covered the table ahead of the semis.
Just the red. Oh.
57.
Straightforward black with the rest, and it's cost him. The reds were very invitingly heated.
Thepchaiya, 64. And the frame.
And Thepchaiya remained.
He's entitled to feel a little dim. Finish straight on that. That leads him to the black.
15.
Normally a very fluent scorer. He's made a cup pace, but today it's not happened for him. Not yet, anyway.
Going to the reds with power.
$29. Thepchaiya and Nooh.
Wasn't far away. The middle is easier, but
$16.
did well there, get it. There goes the red. A little ambitious. And Thepchaiya and Nooh with another chance. But it's dangerous. It's dangerous. He's got it though, but not close. If he judges this, if you judge... And that's always on with that type of shot. Yeah, he's got to hit it. And he mustn't leave a free ball.
Foul. And miss.
And he
That's
hasn't,
wrong.
but
4.
would have took that red on.
Foul. And miss.
Take 3. This time he hits the red. Well, he won't want that one.
Yellow going safe. And the red, if it...
Very close to the in-off.
He needs a bit of...
Fluke on the respotted black, but certainly hadn't had any up until then. Wow, that was ambitious. Trying to release said yellow. Could be very...
It.
Suppose things stand.
Couldn't have got any closer to that.
He's got to win this frame. And if he could then win the next 2 before the interval, all of these are big ifs.
Ball here, no, you could see enough of it. And if struck it well. And this time he pots it, and he's going to be nicely on the brown.
7.
Yeah, it's still a long way back, but got him
18.
to this.
And there is a case for saying he should have won the last frame. Done the same thing.
Yeah, 7-4 would have had a rather bunt. And he is the kind of player, because of the way he plays, if he can get on a roll, just like...
But he's so good at them, and look at the pace he's played that at. In and out of ball.
Yes, a week tomorrow in Belfast, Trump will be defending his Northern Ireland Open. Should be another cracking tournament.
Well, that last positional shot he
6.
played was...
Look at that for concentration. Oh, he's missed it.
Thepchaiya.
Yeah, that was
13.
never in.
For it, and it could be on the black. No, he's played it slow. Fairly straight. Well, no mistake with that one though. Cannon to those 2 reds if you got the chance.
Guaranteed an interval.
14.
China, but that was a terrific pot he's played there.
23.
Position.
Able to play in a more relaxed fashion than then things change.
Posing him problems. Positional side. Yeah.
38.
Wins the frame here.
45.
Well, yeah, and he was in control of the previous frame, wasn't he, on the colour to be 8-4.
There. Oh dear.
Yes, that was
59.
front, 53 with the black. So just one more hard. Just his second ranking
67.
final. It's already been the financial side of things and the ranking points. Or as Joe said, has got something to think about.
Yep, 8-4. Sounds better, doesn't it?
In the first session. But he has made 4 centuries in the tournament. And what a shot.
Something happened. Maybe the double. Not quite.
Thepchaiya
No 5th century
88
of the
frame.
tournament. Thepchaiya 4. Trump still needs 2 for the title. This the final. Remember, he was 6-3 down in his first round. Or rather, failed to get position when he might easily have done so with a bit of luck. And as I mentioned earlier. But you just never know, Joe.
Exactly. I mean, look at Neil expecting to lose. Finish up beating Martin and going on to win the World Championship. Well, 9 down, and Griffiths was right behind the green, screwing back towards the reds. And somehow he missed, but on that occasion he missed the green. And my life, well,
Was never the same again. Steve Davis 9-1 up at one stage against Dennis Taylor.
yeah, and with the first good chance at the black as well. More than enough screw. Could lead him to the black because the black goes easily into the right corner. And if he can finish up straight on one of these. Now he could get to the black.
5.
You know, you can maybe feel a little more relaxed when it's a game. That could happen. I'm not saying it will, but it could. If you can win this one from a trump miss. Oh. Of the blue. So taken in the right sequence. Well, those 2 reds closest together that you just saw. Didn't play for it though.
$41.
Now that your next snooker event here on Eurosport is coming up a week tomorrow in Belfast. A handy lead, but he wanted more. He's pushed the black
Nooh.
into a... It's Trump.
I'm sure it would, you know. I'm sure it would. He didn't want to bring that red off the side cushion, but he was snookered on all the red. Got to score a lot more than this when you get the chance.
Yes, he still made just the one break of 50. That was...
Missed the red by a long way. That's a good sign for Thep.
Previous frame, which let Thepchaiya in for the break of 80. Wow.
Again, missed another one. That's not a disaster.
That was a somewhat concerning miss from Trump. Routine. He was on the wrong end of a lot of that during their World Championship meeting this year. Would have been game, set and match.
Good pot. Caught the red though.
Thepchaiya
Caught it much too thick. had a look to see if anything. Good pot. And nicely on.
Very, very tight. He's managed to bend it round. Nope. Or maybe not.
I can't believe he's playing. So, what's he playing here? Played. Oh, not one at all. It's there. Good recovery.
Last. A frame he could easily have lost.
And just needs one more red to do.
I'm a Nooh fan. And I'm sure he's won. Such a talent. He's now in his 35th year.
This kind of environment, is he, on the TV table? Against... at the back somewhere. But... match. Finals, semi-finals.
29.
He's going to get... makes the game look so...
Might know what's coming next. Sometimes
37.
it feels a little head to have got to the final in the manner in which he has, with a couple of final frame decisions. There's cause for some optimism. And
47.
Trump has missed... may not taste quite so sweet for the world number
51.
one.
56.
Made another one here.
Thepchaiya,
Just to
Nooh,
give
56
Judd Trump
and frame.
go on to complete victory without need of the interval. Well, the interval's come and gone. He's won 3 of the first 4 tonight. But that is a very positive way.
And he was leaving the red on the way he played it. I think he may have needed that.
And of course benefited from the frame when Thepchaiya forfeited frame number 7. But no question that Trump deserved his 7-2 lead after the first...
Way to go into them.
15.
before the interval they've just had to make his first half century.
23.
Still 3 of them ranking. The Masters as well as the big one at the...
Not the best. Had to force it in. He would have had the insurance of this.
39.
Something like that.
Created this chance for himself to reassert his authority.
Get rid of it.
50% of the form he showed in winning the world title, with the exception of the last couple of frames.
Thepchaiya
Nothing to beat himself up about in this frame. It's just
to keep the pressure well and truly on Judd Trump.
76.
Which you...
Well, we have... Oh, he's got a plant. Well, for his first to the final. And in
From a good safety, actually.
the irony of snooker, you can play a perfectly It's mad, isn't it, Joe? Bonkers game.
Yeah, but he benefited from a poor shot.
To claim his second ranking title of the Sing 3 on the bounce.
They're very similar, aren't they, these two players? Round the table, he just...
14.
There you go. Didn't even cue there, just brought the...
In this mode. For anyone who's ever played the game, it look otherwise, particularly when the pressure's off and the frames. Thepchaiya now has got a nigh on impossible task, you would think. He's got to win 5 on the bounce. Absolutely brilliant break. And Thepchaiya did precisely nothing wrong, but he still lost the frame.
Can't stop somebody knocking in a terrific red like Trump did.
By the way, he made a 144 earlier this week. We've only had the 2 maximum breaks so far this season, both from the cue of Tom. Yeah, I can't see Thepchaiya playing too many more safeties from here on in.
He's on the black.
Scoring them at a quicker rate than Trump.
Ball here. The only spot where he had a chance at the red, and that could have been costly. Doesn't want to come through the gap. Oh, what about that? He looked at that.
Yeah, he's not holding back here, Thepchaiya.
The on visit like Trump did in the last frame. But he misses an easy one. Miss against top players. And I know he knows it. Being in the top 16. One match.
Leading 7-2. It's always frames. But right now, it's out of his hands. Second ranking final. Going for his 13th title.
20.
Because to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan coming from when he clinched victory, that was... He didn't look back, did he? Repeating the trick at the
Deep screw. Come off the side cushion.
Retrieve.
46 in front. Playing the cannon to the Reds. He's missed them.
Judd.
Oh, but not like that.
This for the title, barring snookers. And it goes in making the final. And then whether that mini just threatened to by a superb long red off a perfectly just the lap of honour for Trump. He's just won his second of his career. And Thepchaiya, well, he's had a great week, as mentioned. Best ever week. Banked ranking points to go with it. He's raising the white flag, but this final played in very crucible crown at the first hurdle back in the spring. But Trump has always been in charge.
Cheeky.
Judd Trump becomes 19 world